All right, right now you should be open in your math journal page to page 6. You will find this example at the top, so follow along with me as I review it and how we use an open number line to round. Remember, when we round, it's not an exact number, but we get our number close to something that's easy to work with. Do we round it up or do we round it down to a nice, even number? So we're going to see how we do that today with that open number line. Okay, at the top, you can see it says, what is 83 rounded to the nearest 10? We know this is our tens place, but we look at the number right before it to see if we keep this number the same, if we let it rest, or if we raise the score, right? If we either leave it at an 8 or if we round it up to the next number, a 9. This is a 3. I kind of covered it up, but let's see. 4 or less, let it rest. So that means if it's a 4 or anything below it, 3, 2, 1, we leave this rest. We let it be an 8. If it's 5 or more, we raise the score and we make a 9. Well, I know it's 3, which is less than 4, so we let it rest. This rounds to 80 because that's our tens place, right? So that when we round, our last numbers, our number before it and any number after are always going to be that 0. We just see if we make this tens place, we leave it at that what number it is, or if we round it up. So on my number line, if this was 83, well, it is 83. Okay, I want to know what is the 10 that it can be before and what is the 10 that it can be after. So we would either round it down to 80, right? We would leave this at an 8 and it could be 80, or we would round it up to that 9 and it would be 90. We have this one right split in the middle. What's halfway between 80 and 90? Well, count on your fingers. Let's go 81, 82, 83, 84, 85. That's 5 fingers. And then let's count on your fingers up to 90 from 85. 86, 87, 88, 89, 90. 5 more fingers. So 85 is right in the middle. I know that 83 comes before 85. So we place it on our open number line about where it'd be, right? Because this would be about 81, 82, 83, 84. Well, if it is less than half, if it's any of these numbers, we round it down to 80. If it would be on this side of 85, we would round it up. But since it is below halfway, it is less, so we let it rest and we bring it right back to the lowest 10 that it could be. Okay, awesome job. Now I'm going to go to our math journal page and we're going to practice the few of the first ones together. So it says round each number. Show your work on an open number line. This is our open number line and we're going to round 47. It says, what is 47 rounded to the nearest 10? This is really important because here is our tens place. Oh, I need to have my drawing tool. Here's my tens place. So am I going to leave it at the 4 or am I going to raise it up to a 5? Well, we know that it could round down. The smallest 10 that this could be is a 40 because if I leave my 4 the same, I have to make this a 0. So it could be 40. And if I round it up, this would be a 5, right? And then we'd have to make this 0. So that would be 50. And these are tens, right? 40s and 50s are tens, nearest 10. Because if I count by tens, 0, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, they're all factors of 10. Now I see my halfway mark in between 40 and 50. What's halfway between 40 and 50? If you are thinking 45, you are correct. So where am I going to place this 47? And remember, if I'm writing, you're writing. So right now you should have 40 written in, 45, and 50. Where does 47 go? Well, let's see. This would be about 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50. So 45, 46, 47. Do you have to write all those tally marks in? No, but I'm just showing you this is how our number line looks. We have 45 here. Remember, if it is less than 45, if it is anywhere on this half going down, we round it down to 40. It's 4 or less, we let it rest. If it's 5 or more, if it's closer to 50, if it's closer to 50 than it is to 40, I am rounding it up to 50. And look, it is on that side. So our nearest 10 would be 50. Great. I want you to try number 2 on your own, but we're going to look at what is 234 rounded to the nearest 100. Look at that. This time it's the hundreds place. And do you see how 100 has 2 zeros at the end? So the 10 had 1 0 at the end. So our number had 1 0 at the end. I know that my answer is going to have 2 zeros at the end because my 100 has 2 zeros. So which one's in the hundreds place of 234? I know this is ones, tens, here's my hundreds. So this number, it's either going to stay at 2 or it's going to go up to 3, right? And we are looking at this number to change the 2. It's always the number right before. Okay, what is the smallest 100 this could be? Count by hundreds. 100, 200, 300. Do we need to go past that? No, right? Because it could either stay at 200, right? We could round it down to 200, or we could round it up to, well, if this changes to 3 and I have 2 zeros after, it could be 300. Okay, what is halfway between 200 and 300? Think about it. This is the difference between 200 and 100 is 100. So what is half of 100? Half of 100 is 50. So 200 plus 50 is 250. Now, when I make my tallies, think about them as tens. This would be 200, 210, 220, 230, 240, 250, 260, 270, 280, 290, 300. So where would 230 be? Or 234, excuse me. Well, we said 200, 210, 220, 230. It would just be just a little bit past the 230, right? So about 234. Again, if it is closest to the 200, if it is on this side of our halfway mark, we're rounding it down to the lowest 100. If it would happen to be on this side of our open number line, we're rounding it up to the next 100. But I do see that it is on the left side. It is less than half. So we round it down to 200. Right now, you should have 200 written on here. If I have my 200 written and my 250 and my 300, you should also have these numbers written down. And I would like you to include 234 on the number line. Do you have to draw all these arrows and these fancy marks right here? No, but they are there to help you. Okay, remember, you tried number 2 all by yourself. So if you haven't done that, you can go back to it. And lastly, we have the try this. It says round each number. You may sketch number lines to help. So if you need to draw these number lines on a separate sheet of paper to help you, or on your whiteboard to help you round these, please do so. So it says round to the nearest 10. So I want you to round, right? We're seeing if this is going to stay 4 or go up to 5. And we're seeing if this is going to stay 9 or go up to, oh my goodness, if I had to round this up, what's 1 more than 9? Think about it because we'll go over it. And I see that this is 100, but remember it says the nearest 10. So what's my tens place here? Ones, tens, hundreds. So I'm rounding my 5. Okay, I want you to try this one on your own. What would 43 round to? Is the 3 4 or less? So 4 is going to stay the same. It's going to rest, or is 3 5 or more and you raise the score and change it to 5? You think about it. If I look at 7, is 7 4 or less, or is it 5 or more? It is definitely 5 or more, right? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I raise the score. But this becomes a 10. If I make this a 0, and remember this one would become a 0, and I make this a 10, oh, now my number changes to 100. I still rounded to the tens, But my 9 just had to become a 10, so I added an extra 1 on the side. So it rounded up to 100. Because if I count by 10s, I still get to 100, right? 0, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, and my next highest 10 is 100. And then 110 and 120. And you get it, and you can count on and on and on. And okay, since we're rounding to the nearest 10, we have to look at that 5. But we look at the number right before it to tell it if it rounds or not. So is 3 4 or less? Yeah, it is. So I keep this at a 5. My 100 stays the same because I wasn't rounding that one. We said our 5 stays the same. And remember, since my 10 has a 0, I have that 1 0 on the end. Try this one all on your own. Okay, and I am going to help you with this first one, and then I want you to try the next ones. It says round to the nearest 100. So let's find the 100 spots on all of these. Well, 1s, 10s, 100. 1s, 10s, 100. So for this one, you're seeing if it's rounding down to 0. Because if I count by hundreds, it's zeros. 100, 200, 300. So is it going down to 0 or is it going up to 100? You decide. Is 89 closest to 100 or is it closest to 0? And then my hundreds is right here. Remember, you always look at the number before and it tells you if your number stays the same, if it rests, or if it raises the scores and goes 1 higher. Okay, let's take a look at just this first one. I don't need to worry about my ones place, but I need to know the 4 because it's right before the number I'm rounding. Is 4 4 or less? Yeah, it says the name. We're going to leave it as is. So I'm going to leave my 3. And since I have 2 zeros here, all my numbers afterwards are going to change to zeros. All right, 3rd grade. Great job staying with me. Make sure you finish this one on your own and these two and back to number 2. And take a picture and send it in to your teacher when you're done. Keep up the great work.